Hello, and how are you? Yes, I'm back. I do miss you, I really did. But unfortunately, YouTube did ban me. Obviously, I appealed that ban. Unfortunately, a lot of black thugs are going around ganging up against me because I'm trying to heal the black race. I'm trying to heal the black community, and for that they targeted me and trying to shut me down. I do have another link, so I will sort that out just in case the devil possesses them to continue to wage this war against me. You probably noticed I've lost a lot of weight. I know. My friend, who you probably know if you've been following me, who's been recovering from cancer, well, where he is, he can no longer stay there. So I've been running around up the stairs and doing things for him, and as a result I've lost weight. Look how beautiful I am. I'm gonna cry. Look at me, I'm so lovely. I'm so pretty, I can't believe it. Do you know, I find it hard to look at my other videos. You know, my face was fat like a breadfruit, like a pumpkin. I could have played the character in Halloween, you know, with a big face. Oh, I was horrible, I was awful. But look at me now. I'll tell you the truth, right? Since I've lost a lot of weight, oh God, a lot of men, they think I'm a female. I get chatted up a lot. Look how pretty I am. They think I'm a female. I get chatted up a lot. I was standing in, where was I standing last week? Oh gosh, I was standing, I think it was a car park or something, waiting for a friend. And this guy, oh, I know where I was. I was outside the vets, right? And I was waiting for a friend. And this guy used to check me up, call me darling. And I said, sweetie, I'm a man, not a woman. And he burst out laughing. I replied, I said, sweetie, yeah, I'm a man, not a woman. And the way I responded, he laughed the way I responded. He said, you look good. I said, thank you. I lost a lot of weight. Anyway, yes, I'm back and I'm happy to be back. You know, I got some juicy subjects, I've been on fire, I've been burning, I've been really burning up, but now the burning has come to an end, thankfully. Anyway, what I want to cover is this story where this mother racially abused her children. She got 4 kids, jobless, and a thug, a mother who's a thug, and she racially abused her 4 mixed race children. Now, bearing in mind, I made videos dealing with mixed race kids who are battered and bullied, not only by students or pupils, but also by teachers. Now, I also covered in this video that if this happened to be just one bully targeting one gay person, transgendered, the whole authorities would come down like a ton of bricks and start to implement education and awareness. But to my knowledge, it's okay to batter a mixed race person. That doesn't count. That's not the government agenda. And I made a video referring to the horrific abuse that mixed race children, you know, suffer in schools, and the lack of will for our government or local council or teachers to want to address the problem. They don't care. However, mixed race kids go through hell at school. Never mind having to go through it in their own loving environment where you're supposed to feel safe and nurtured. What I find hard to comprehend is this. this mother knew she was racist, then why did she open her legs? Open her legs like a ship with sailors going through one after the other. Why did she open her legs like a swimmer, parting the currents of the waves? Why did she open her legs to a black sausage, a black cock? Why? She knew full well she was not going to respect the seed that was going to impregnate her and create a life. She knew she was not going to respect that black man. Why then go into an interracial relationship? She wasn't ugly. She could have found a good white man. I can't understand the psychology as to why would a racist want to interracially mix. I mean, that's another subject which I want to go into. It's a serious problem, because while the LGBT are getting support from the teachers, they're getting support from the government, they're getting support from Google, Microsoft, big corporate companies are behind, you know, these gender dysphoria, children having sex changes. Oh, my cat's crying. What do you want? Right? Yeah, the government are pushing this LGBT agenda, and yet what's interesting is that mixed race children, they could be abused at home, they could be racially abused, and they could be targeted at school, and nobody care. Not even the parents, not the parents who put them into this world. Their parents do not care. Why bother go out your race just to date someone of a different race? No, you have racial prejudice. I can't understand it. If I was married to a white mother who had white children, I fell in love with her, which means if this is not my children, obviously they're white. I fell in love with her, this white woman, and she's got white kids, which means I also fall in love with her white kids. So I love her kids. If they go through bullying, I'm going through bullying, because when I take them on, even though they're not mine by blood, but they're mine by spirit. If they bully those white kids, they bully me, because I become their father. So what they're going through, I go through, and these are white kids. If I take on the white mother, I take on her white kids. What am I going to do? Don't care, just pump the white vagina and that's it. No. If I take on the white single mother, I take on her children also, which means if they've been victimized at school or anywhere else, I will deal with it, because they become my children. But this is not an adoption. This is not fostering. This is this woman's blood children. And she racially abused her own kids. Now, when people get angry, they say, oh, you faggot, etc., you know, you black this, but they tend to use the word faggot. Now, obviously, when she used that term, the neighbors picked up on that and says, you know, she was calling them black this, black that, and whores, and packy, and faggot. The media isolated that word faggot and promoted that. She was being homophobic. Homophobic? There was no gay person around. That's the new agenda now. People, let me give you an example. A black man and a white man in a classical circle, very good friends, they were having a harmless joke, imitating each other's accents or something. Like me and my friend who's white, he's very patriotic, and we have a laugh about race. We have a laugh, right? If people heard it on the street, they'd say, oh my God, he's racist, because they don't look at the context and the joke. that is being played. So what happened was, this white woman overheard the white guy, who works the classical circle, overheard him and imitating a southern accent or something. She reported him, and he lost his career, everything, from racism, which a white woman overheard. She's not experiencing it, but she can report it third party. This is a nonsense that's happening now. But anyway, so she's a faggot, right? And now she's homophobic, and that's what they're focusing on. But what's interesting is that the court did not sentence her or charge her for racism or anything like that, or abusing her children. In fact, she had access still to her children. She was just given an ASBO to protect their neighbors from her noise. In other words, you can continue to racially abuse the mixed race children. You can call them names, just make sure you do it quietly. Shh, you black this or you black that. Shh, whispered, so the neighbors can wake up in the morning and do an honest day's work. You can continue being racist, but do it quietly so the neighbors don't get disturbed. She was given an ASBO. In Britain, it means antisocial behaviour order. It means just behave yourself. It's okay. The social services should have got involved, and those kids should have been taken off her. It was not just verbal abuse, there's psychological torture. Where the father was, I don't know. I don't know where the father was. A single mother, jobless, single mother, racially abusing her mixed race children. And this is not a rare occurrence. It happens a lot. But how can I put it? Interracial mixing is a fashion that people do it for the wrong reasons. They don't interracially mix for the right reasons. So thus, when mixed race children experience racism from their parents, because the heart is wrong, they're not going to deal with it. No talk about it. You can't deal with something when the intention was dishonorable. As I said to you, if I was dating a white woman, single white mother, and I ended up marrying her, her children, white children, become mine. If they were going through racial abuse or whatever, whether by blacks or by mixed race, then I'm going through racial abuse. If they call them white honkies, they're calling me white honky, because they become my children. And they're not even my blood. But because I love their mother, I love the children. Interracial mixing don't seem to have this depth, this mysterious bond. When I was, which I mentioned in my other video, I was dating this single mother, and she had, children, and her children loved me up, and I mean, the reason why we split up, her friends got jealous because I was ironing the children's clothes, etc., and because they didn't have a good man, there's cast poison between us, and that's how we split up, but I would have raised her kids as my own. But her friends got, just what women are jealous of each other. If they ain't got a good man and you're a good man, they'll cast poison between their friends' relationship. I've seen it. And as a result, she and I split up. But I treated her children as my own. And I won't mention any names. Her daughter, who was 12 years old, could have been a model, very pretty. I was overly protective. Why? When I see grown men, the way they looked at her, I would treat her like my daughter. And yet, she wasn't even my flesh and blood. But I would treat her like my daughter. Now, it's interesting that I'm not saying all interracial mixing, but the majority, not all, but the majority are based on racial abuse and racial disrespect. Black culture's filthy, and what do? We move from a filthy black culture, and we move into an interracial culture, and we pervert that as well. So first of all, we run away from a perverted black culture. You think we're going to run like Brad Pitt? Oh, save me into the arms of a white angel. In the arms of a white angel. And yet, with all that running into the arms of white people, we still have problems with our families. Racial abuse. I could not date a woman, I don't care what race she is, that's going to harm her own child psychologically. I couldn't date someone like that. What kind of a man would find trash, put his penis into a trash, knowing full well that what you are by nature is what you're going to create in this world? If you sleep with trash, you're going to end up creating a life that's going to be structured and engineered in a very bad way. And it's no wonder a lot of mixed race kids, people don't understand mixed race kids. The abuse that they, and the lack of love that they experience. Mixed race children and their identity. Why we're loving up LGBT kids and gender dysphoria, we don't mind. But mixed race children, we don't even care about trying to balance them with the two cultures. I was watching a program yesterday, and I was looking at all the foreign foods of the world. Beautiful cultures all over the world, you know, from Italy to France to Malaysia to India, all over the place. You know, people, Cambodia, people, you know, cooking food on the streets, etc. And all the beautiful cultures of humanity. And I thought, wow, look how beautiful the human race is. Look how in Oxford, in England, you know, you got all, it's you know, at Oxford, you know, the high school of learning. People of all cultures are there. All cultures, Muslims, Chinese, Malaysians, African, and everybody just studying together in peace. Oxford. You know, I went to Oxford a couple of months ago. Oh my God. You can smell intellectualism. You can smell intelligence. And it's a multicultural, beautiful multicultural. That kind of multiculturalism, there's nothing wrong with it. Beautiful. Beautiful. I went to buy a law book in one of the shops there. And it's the area is known for intellect, you know, and everybody just, you know, integrate, mix on a beautiful level. That kind of multiculturalism, I have no problem with. But sexual multiculturalism, where the kids end up having no identity and psychologically abused by the parents, it needs dealing with. And I'm sorry to say, I will be doing more videos on this because nobody cares about mixed race kids. While we're running and waving the gay flag, waving the LGBT flag, a boy can turn to a girl can turn to a boy. That we don't mind pushing. The black race don't mind pushing that. But to love our own mixed race children, that we can't do. The racial abuse that goes on in mixed race homes is a serious problem. A serious problem. I'm only back today and already I'm hot. Already. But that's me. Journey into justice and truth. And I've got some strong subjects all lined up. Strong subjects. I'm glad to be back. It's good to talk. I believe in freedom of speech. No matter who it is. I don't believe in infringing people's rights. And we don't realize when we claim we're offended, the government are using that as a weapon against us. So before we know it, we're not walking up, we're not like robots. We can't see what's happening. These are videos I want to make, how the government is turning us into robots by pretending, oh, he's offended, oh, she's offended. In other words, don't say nothing, keep your mouth shut. Keep your mouth shut, don't say nothing. And by you doing that, you become brainless, zombies, no awakening, no consciousness. They know what they're doing, the government. You think they love you so much? Oh, don't offend their feelings. You think the government loves you so much? You really think so? The government love you? What the government love is power. Total power. Tyranny. And how do they bring it in? Through love. You can't talk about nothing. Don't offend nobody. Very clever. But it's not clever enough. Because I can see through their bullshit. It's very clever. But it's not clever enough. How do you control society? You pretend. Everybody's offended. And before you know it, you can't discuss history. You can't discuss religion. You can't discuss politics. You can't criticize your leaders. This is nothing more than North Korea with a smile. Anyway, here's my smile. And as you can see, I've lost weight and I'm feeling so healthy. I've got so much energy. If you listen to one of my early videos, oh my God, I was panting out of breath. I was unfit. Even one person wrote in and said, you should go on the treadmill. That's how unfit I was. It was really bad. But look at me. Like diamonds. I feel so beautiful. Oh, I'm going shopping and I'm going to buy some beautiful wardrobe. All my clothes are dropping off me. All my clothes. Don't be jealous of me. Don't be jealous. Don't be jealous. The sacrifice I had to make to lose weight. The sacrifice. I was called this, called that. I was called chubby. I was called fatty. Yeah, I was called names. But I walked that walk and talked that talk. And look at me now. Oh, I'm so beautiful. Is there a flower that I can take a pose? Oh no. Oh, I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll take a nice pose with my lovely butter. Oh, I'm so lovely. Thank you.